Have you ever started a week with high hopes? Your planner filled to the brim, to do list color coded, and still ended up frozen on the couch, avoiding everything. That used to be my reality on replay. I thought the solution was more discipline, more grit, more hustle. It wasn't. And yet I kept trying, kept pushing, kept burning out. Thankfully, I found a way out. So today I'll walk you through how I broke that cycle and found a better way to build my business with less burnout and more ease. Back when I first started getting serious about my handmade business, I believed hustle was the only path forward. If I could just push a little harder, work a little longer, maybe I'd finally break through. So I'd make these gorgeous detail plans, mapped out my entire month, set ambitious goals, tried to mimic all the productivity advice I read online. And then I'd crash hard. I'd avoid my planner altogether, then waste hours doing productive things that didn't actually matter. Organizing my art supplies, tinkering with my website design, rewriting my bio for the fifth time. I'd beat myself up for being lazy, but deep down, I knew that I was exhausted. Eventually, I started believing that maybe I just wasn't cut out for this. Maybe I didn't have what it takes. Until something shifted. I remember sitting on my couch staring at yet another planner full of abandoned dreams. And this little voice inside of me whispered something bold. Screw it. Let's craft our own way forward. So I did something radical. I gave myself permission to stop forcing it. I accepted that this process could take longer, but after losing so much time to strategies that only led to burnout, I figured, what do I have to lose? So if I was tired, I just rested. If I was inspired, I leaned in. I stopped fighting my body and started listening to it. And to support this new rhythm, I created tools that met me where I actually was, instead of where I thought I should be. That's how the Focus and Follow Through Planner was born. It was messy at first, imperfect, but it worked because it was built for me. The more I listened to my body, the more patterns I started to notice. I'd feel more energized during certain moon phases. My creativity would peak during specific seasons. So I started leaning into those natural rhythms, crafting when I felt more expansive, using quieter weeks for reflection or rest. And then I layered in Reiki. Reiki helped calm my nervous system and strengthen my intuition. Instead of pushing through resistance, I'd just pause for a short Reiki session and suddenly find clarity, energy, and a sense of trust that I hadn't been there before. This trio, my intuition, a flexible planning tool, and Reiki, became the heartbeat of my business. It's how I finally started to grow without spinning out. Now, don't get me wrong, my life isn't magically perfect. I still have hard days, but now I have tools that help me navigate those days without spiraling. The Focus and Follow Through Planner became my home base. The weekly journaling prompts help me to reflect, adjust, and recenter. And the daily affirmations help me stay anchored to what matters most. But here's the best part, I didn't even use the planner perfectly. There were entire weeks, even months, when I didn't touch it. But when I came back, it welcomed me like an old friend. No judgment, just support. And over time, that support helped me want to show up more often. Because using it didn't feel like punishment, it felt like self care. So, if you're a handmade business owner feeling like you're spinning in circles, it's not because you're broken. You're probably using systems that just weren't designed for your brain, your body, or your season of life. Thankfully, the Focus and Follow Through Planner isn't just a planner. It's a gentle, flexible framework that helps you identify what needs nourishing, set realistic, soul aligned goals, Create daily affirmations that guide your focus. Reflect on what's working and what's not. And when you pair that with Reiki, that's where the magic really takes off. It comes with 4 recordings to encourage you to stick with it, even when things feel out of control. It makes all the difference between dragging yourself towards your goals and being drawn towards them because you're in alignment. Regardless of the path you take from here, just remember you don't need to hustle harder. You need to trust yourself more. You need a system that lets you show up as you are with the energy you've got and still make progress toward what matters. So, if you've been on the verge of giving up or just exhausted from trying to do it all the right way, this is your sign. You are allowed to try a different way, one that actually feels good. Now that you've seen what's possible when you align your energy, your intuition, and your tools, you might be wondering, but what does it actually look like to grow without burning out? In our next video, we're diving into the framework behind the Focus and Follow Through Planner and how it can help you start trusting your intuition. But before I go, I want to hear from you. What old rules are you ready to ditch? Drop them in the comments so we can celebrate your first step toward freedom. And I'll see you in the next video.